So, listening to your voice, right, it reads as like male to me, but like a little androgynous, right? And I think the root of that is kind of what's going on in terms of like resonance, right? So, what I kind of hear in your voice is kind of like something along the lines of, I've been in speech therapy for almost a year, somewhere around here, right? So, if I actually make the space bigger in my vocal tract, then it actually starts to sound like lower, right? And this might be the vibe that you feel like you're missing out on. I don't know if it is exactly that, right? But let's just see if we can load you up with some prompts to play with that. So, you might have already touched these, it might be a matter of internalizing, it might be a matter of playing around more. So, can you try doing kind of like a yawn? Oh, just down to wherever you go, and really feel out for that kind of feeling of expansion in your throat and maybe the dropping of your larynx, right? So what we're looking for is to make the space bigger, and then you want to try kind of speaking through that, right? Oh. So, you might choose some words. I don't know which ones you want to use. You could also try scaling stuff down, right? So I've been in speech therapy for almost a year. So I've been in speech therapy for almost a year. So I've been in speech therapy for almost a year. Right, and that might be overshooting a little bit, right? But what you probably want to do is focus on finding that larger space as a first port of call, right? That would be my first guess. My next kind of thing to play around with, kind of like suggestion for you, would probably be to like, you know, I don't know exactly what vibe of voice you want, right? But part of it for you might be kind of like finding that feeling of expansion and then practicing kind of finding like either lower pitched voices or kind of like heavier voices, right? Um, so what that might look like, right? You might use the yawn thing again. You might see how like far you can go on two distinct sounds. So you might try, oh, right? You might try to go soft as you go down. You might try to go heavy as you go down. Oh, right? And you might try those two, right? And try and get that feeling of expansion as you try both of those. So hopefully that gives you some stuff to work with. Your voice reads as male to me. It just sounds a little bit kind of more androgynous than it could. And I think that's like because it's like a resonance thing rather than anything else, right? So this space in your throat is like kind of small in comparison to like the rest of the stuff, or like the pitch, you know?